Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I really appreciate you taking time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciated, so thank you in advance. So today we're talking about a game that takes place within the world of another game. So this is the Ruined King. Now the world I'm referring to is League of Legends. If you don't know, it's a very popular MOBA. But we're going to focus more on this particular game that takes place in that same universe. So throughout the land of League of Legends, there are all these different regions. One of them is Bilgewater, and some of the characters that are in the League of Legends game are in this particular area. So you have like the steampunk pirate type area, and that's where you play as Miss Fortune. She's recently beat Gangplank, which is one of another characters that I really like, and she's trying to go to like the next stage in her career as the king of Bilgewater. So you start off there, and there's like this branching story where all of these different characters from League of Legends kind of intertwine. It does one of those things where like everybody's fate is intertwined in this one event. So then you have like Alawi, who is the leader of her people, and this she uses serpents, like the serpent god, and she's trying to find out what's going on. Why is this dark energy coming? She believes it involves misfortune. Then you start meeting people like Braun, who is from the Freljord, who's like the iced part of the world. And then you start to see how all of these fates are connected. There are even more characters that you meet, like Ari, Yasuo, Pike, like some of my favorite characters, just lore wise, but also, characters that I like to play in the actual game. So this was really cool. And they got the people from Battle Chasers to do the game. So one of the things that I really appreciate about Riot is they will just hire whoever is good at doing this type of game with their lore. So they'll say, hey, take this group of characters and do something with them. And sometimes we get things like whatever Project L turns into, but other times we get games like this. And I really appreciated this because this is a story that they kind of talk about in the lore about Gangplank and Miss Fortune's rivalry, but then seeing other characters come from different places and interact. And the gameplay itself is really cool. If you play Battle Chasers, then you know exactly what this battle system is, where you have the 3 lanes, you have like your regular attacks, but then you have the power and speed versions, and trying to plan out your battle is really cool. And there are so many different combinations and ways you can play this game as far as your party makeups, because eventually you have access to everyone, and then you get to get the best of all the worlds. And you have 3 people per team, so you have to kind of divide it up that way, but you can come up with some really interesting combinations. There isn't a bad character, which is another thing I appreciate, because sometimes you play RPGs and some of the characters are clearly better than others, at least from my play style. The other thing they do is visually, as you get different items, especially the weapons, you will see the visual changes to your weapons. You can also get a few skins, which is something League of Legends is very known for. But as always, they have no effect on actual gameplay, which is always appreciated. It's just visual changes. But having like different weapons be affected, that's something for me personally with RPGs. I always like, I don't have to change my character's whole visuals. I would like to, but I don't need it necessarily. But I do really appreciate it when at least my weapon changes as I level up, or get more equipment and things like that. So I appreciate that. The level up system is actually a couple different layers to it. You have skill points that you can apply in different areas to change how your character attacks, how different effects they may have, even some of the defensive options that you get. So it's really cool. And then it's not the hardest RPG. Like there are some difficult parts, but if you kind of just do the side quests while you're doing the main line, you'll always stay pretty leveled up and you won't have too tough of a time. But this is a game I really thought was really cool, and it gives me a lot of hope for any other League of Legends based projects, because right now they're on a pretty good streak. So if you are aware of this game and you enjoyed it, I'd love to hear from you. If you are on the fence about it, I'm telling you, get it on sale or whatever you got to do, but this was a very good experience. If you're a fan of League of Legends and you haven't tried this game out, this is definitely something that if you enjoy the lore aspect of League, you will enjoy this game as well. But either way, I appreciate you letting me reminisce with you. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.